and welcome to the Change Guru. This is a place where we get our change on. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. Today, I want to talk to you about complaining and kind of give you an insight into what's going on in the mind of a complainer. And just a little bit of background. Today I'm recording, there's a lot of construction noise going on outside, so I hope that's okay, but I think it fits in well with this vlog because I'm really doing my best to not complain about it. So the other day I had a really interesting experience of being able to spend some time with an acquaintance who's a bit of a complainer, and a bit of a complainer is putting it mildly. Every single thing that came out of her mouth was more or less a complaint. And I learned some things that day about complaining because I really don't have many complainers in my life. I really have fantastic people around. I really believe in the concept of, we're the sum of the 5 people around us. So it was interesting, my feelings and my reaction to the person who was complaining. Here are a few things that I learned. First of all, complainers really just want to be heard. They aren't interested in solving their problems. They're not even really maybe thinking that they have a problem. Complaining for them is kind of a communication style. And they just like all of us, they just want to be heard. The second thing to know is that there is no helping or giving advice at all to a complainer. The helper in me, the coach in me, wanted to give a few words of wisdom, but I realized after 1 or 2 goes at it that I was getting completely shut down, and that just reminded me to just step back and observe the fascinating situation that was going on of just listening to this person complain. They do not want help. They do not want advice. And I think that's a reminder also to only give help, only give advice actually if you're specifically asked for it. And the third thing that I learned from this experience with the complainer was to actually use her as a mirror for myself. On one hand, I was really happy that everything that she was saying really affected me so emotionally. I really felt like, gosh, that's weird. Don't complain about that. Don't complain about that. No, don't complain about that. I was really cool that I was having that reaction because I'm so not aligned with that kind of direction. Complaining is not my way. But at the same time, I thought it was a really cool thing to think about. Okay, well, how much do I complain in my life? How much do I, as they say in Australia, whinge or whine about things? For example, the construction going on outside today, it's impacting on my work. It's been impacting on my work all week, but I'm just living with it. There's absolutely nothing that I can do with it, and it will be done eventually, and it makes me have to think a little bit laterally and do things differently and take care of stuff in other ways that don't involve noise or work around it or whatever. So this is a fascinating opportunity when you're with someone whose personality you don't agree with or you don't think is right, is actually to use it as a mirror and say, what can I do a little bit differently for myself? How can I use this as a learning experience? This complainer actually was an awesome teacher for me and reminding me to just, think about the words that I say because they really do affect other people. Now, I've got a challenge for you, and it's one that I've been really thinking about since that time that I spent with this complainer, is to really monitor your complaining and just play the observer and see what comes out of your mouth. Some people even take this to extremes. They take it as challenges, to see if they can stop complaining for a whole month. They have to really be aware. But I say just spend the day after watching this video, spend the day just observing what comes out of your mouth. Just put your radar on, put your sensitivity radar on for noticing when you are complaining or for when others are complaining. It's really interesting, and I just love that idea that people in our lives or that come into our lives can actually be the most awesome teachers. Now, if you like my videos, I'd love you to come over and sign up for my newsletter. It's full of really awesome tips and inspiration and little freebies. And I only tell people certain things on the newsletter, so you're the first to know what's going on with me. All right, that's the blog for this week. I hope you really enjoy it. Thank you for putting up with the little bits of noise. See, we didn't complain. We are good. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.